Hello, my dear students. Today let us discuss the structures and functions of different components in digestive system 1, alimentary canal. The digestive system constitutes all parts of the body involved in the uptake and digestion of food, along with the elimination of undigested material. Alimentary canal is an important part of the digestive system. It is also called as alimentary system. It is a muscular tube which extends from the mouth to the anus. Inside this tube is a lining known as mucosa. The part of the digestive system include mouth, oral cavity, teeth, esophagus, pharynx, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. Mouth. The mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract. It is also known as the oral cavity. The mouth is the hollow cavity that allows food and air to enter the body. In fact, digestion starts here when taking the first bite of food. Chewing breaks the food into pieces that are more easily digested, while saliva mixes the food to begin the process of breaking it down into a form our body can absorb and use. The mouth also plays a major role in the production of speech through the movements of the tongue, lips, and cheeks. Mouth has two regions, number 1 vestibule and number 2 oral cavity. Number 1 vestibule. The vestibule is slit-like space bounded externally by lips and cheeks and internally by the gums and the teeth. Next, oral cavity or buccal cavity. It is the inner portion of the mouth. It has 3 parts: palate, tongue, and teeth. Palates. The roof of the oral cavity, buccal cavity, is called palates. Anterior part of the palate is known as hard palate, which bears transverse ridges. The posterior part of the palate is smooth and is termed as the soft palate. The hinder free part of the soft palate freely hangs down as a small flap, the uvula. Next, tongue. The tongue is attached to the floor of the mouth by a fold called the lingual frenulum. An inverted V-shaped furrow, termed as the sulcus terminalis, divides the upper surface of the tongue into anterior oral part and posterior pharyngeal part. The apex of the sulcus terminalis projects backward and is marked by a small median pit named the foramen cecum. Papillae. The upper surface of the tongue has 4 types of papillae. Little projection. Number 1, velate papillae or circumvallate papillae. Number 2, filiform papillae. Number 3, fungiform papillae. And number 4, foliate papillae. Number 1, velate papillae or circumvallate papillae. These papillae are usually 8 to 12 in number. Each valate papilla contains up to 100 taste buds. These papillae are the largest of the 4 types of papillae. Number 2. Filiform papillae are the smallest and the most numerous of the 4 types. They are conical. They are found mainly near the center and most of the upper surface of the tongue. These papillae contain tactile, means thus, receptors but not taste bud. Number 3. Fungiform papillae are much less numerous than the filiform papillae. They are rounded but smaller than valate but larger than filiform papillae. They are most numerous near the tip of the tongue. Each fungiform papilla contains about 5 taste buds. Number 4. Foliate papillae are lip-like and situated at the sides of the base of the tongue. On each border, there are 4 or 5 vertical folds. Their taste buds degenerate in early childhood. Human tongue has 4 taste areas. They are sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. Areas of sweet and sour can overlap. Next comes functions of the tongue. The tongue acts as an accessory digestive organ. Its main functions are: Number 1. It helps in chewing the food. Number 2. It aids in swallowing the food. Number 3. It acts as a brush to clean the teeth. Number 4. It plays a role in speech. Number 5. It is an organ of taste and can recognize 4 tastes, that is salty, sweet, bitter, and sour. Next comes teeth. Human teeth are diphyodont, that is, they have 2 sets of teeth, milk or deciduous, and permanent teeth. Human teeth are also heterodont, having different types of teeth such as incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Next comes structure of teeth. A typical tooth consists of 3 regions: crown, the part which projects above the gums; the neck, the part which is surrounded by gum; and the root, the part which is embedded in the bone. The incisors and canines have 1 root. The upper first premolars have 2 roots, and the upper second premolars and lower premolars usually have only 1 root. The upper molars have 3 roots and the lower molars have 2 roots. Next comes number of teeth in a human being. The milk or deciduous or temporary teeth are 20 in number. 10 is in the upper jaw and in the lower jaw. The milk teeth begin to erupt when the child is about 6 months old and all present by the end of the 24 months. The permanent teeth begin to replace the milk teeth in the 6th year of age. These teeth are 32 in number and usually the replacement is completed by the age of 18 to 25 years. Next comes the types of teeth. There are 4 types of teeth, namely incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Number 1, incisors. Number of incisors, 8 incisors are the middle most 4 teeth on the upper and the lower jaws. They are usually specialized for cutting. Next, number 2, canines. Number of canines are 4. Canines are the pointed teeth just outside the incisors. They lie immediately behind the incisors. They are used for tearing the food. Next, number 3, premolars. The total number of premolars are 8. Premolars are teeth between the canines and the molars. They are broad and strong, crushing teeth. They are used for chopping the food. Next, molars. Number of molars is 8. Molars are flat teeth in the rear of the mouth. They are used for grinding the food. The wisdom teeth or third molars. These teeth erupt at around age 18 but are often surgically removed to prevent displacement of other teeth. A human tooth consists of the following parts: enamel, cement, periodontal ligament, and pulp cavity. Enamel. It is the hardest substance of the human body. It covers the dentine in the crown. Next, dentine. It has numerous fine canaliculi that pass radially from the pulp cavity towards the enamel. Next is cement. It covers the roots of the tooth. Next one is periodontal ligament. It is made up of collagen fibers and covers the cement. It fixes the tooth in its socket. Next is pulp cavity. Dentine encloses the pulp cavity that contains a mass of cells, blood vessels, and nerves which constitute the pulp. Next comes the pharynx. Pharynx functions in both respiration and digestion in the human body. It is divided into nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. It is the common passage for food and air. For the digestive system, its muscular walls function in the process of swallowing, and it serves as a pathway for the movement of food from the mouth to the esophagus. Next, Waldeyer's ring. The lymphatic tissues of the pharynx and oral cavity are arranged in a ring-like manner known as Waldeyer's ring. It consists of pharyngeal tonsils, tubal tonsils, palatine tonsils, and lingual tonsils. Next, esophagus. It is a food pipe about 25 cm long. It lies behind the trachea and the heart. It consists of cervical part, thoracic part and abdominal part. It passes through the diaphragm and opens into the stomach. The functions of the esophagus is to transfer food from the pharynx to the stomach. Next comes stomach. It is the widest organ of the alimentary canal. It is a J-shaped organ. It has 4 parts: cardiac parts, fundus, body and pyloric part. Next comes functions of stomach. It stores food for some time. It churns and breaks up food and mixes the pieces with gastric juice. Partial digestion of food like proteins and fats takes place here. It secretes proenzymes, pepsinogen and prorenin with enzymes gastric lipase and gastric amylase. It also secretes gastric hormone, alcohol, aspirin, some lipid-soluble drugs, moderate amount of sugar and water are absorbed by the stomach wall. Next comes small intestine. It is so named because it has small diameter. Length is correlated with the height of the individual but not with weight. It is the longest part of the alimentary canal. It measures about 6.25 meters long. It consists of duodenum, jejunum and ileum. The mucosa is raised into numerous microscopic vascular projections known as the villi, along with occasional mucus secreting goblet cells. The villi are lip-shaped in the duodenum and tongue-like in the jejunum, but gradually become finger-like in the ileum. The villi contain blood vessels and lacteals which receive the products of digestion after they have been absorbed. Next comes functions of small intestine. It completes the digestion of proteins, carbohydrates, fats and nucleic acids. It absorbs nutrients into the blood and lymph. It secretes certain hormones such as cholecystokinin, secretin, enterogastrone, duocrinin, endocrinin and bilirubin. It also secretes digestive enzymes. Next comes large intestine. It is about 1.5 meters long and is divisible into 3 parts: cecum, colon and rectum. Cecum is a pouch-like structure which is about 6 cm. The vermiform appendix is an outgrowth of the cecum. It is slightly coiled, blind tube of about 8 cm long. It is thought to be vestigial. The inflammation of vermiform appendix is known as appendicitis. Colon is divided into 4 regions: ascending, transverse, descending and sigmoid colon. The rectum comprises the last 20 cm of the digestive tract and terminates in the 2 cm long anal canal. The opening of the anal canal is known as anus. The anus has an internal anal sphincter composed of smooth muscle fibers and external anal sphincter comprising voluntary muscle fibers. Next comes functions of large intestine. The large intestine does not secrete enzymes. The chief functions of large intestine are the absorption of water and the elimination of solid waste. However, moderate quantities of vitamin K and vitamin B complex are manufactured by bacteria in the large intestine. It also plays a small role in the digestion. From the above discussion, it can be summarized that the alimentary system is one of the most important parts of human body. It is a series of hollow organs joined in a long twisting tube from the mouth to the anus. Its main parts are mouth, tongue, teeth, stomach, small and large intestine, etc. These different parts have their own respective functions. The tongue acts as an accessory digestive organ. Chewing of food into pieces is the main function of the teeth. Stomach churns and breaks up food and mixes the pieces with gastric juice, and partial digestion of food like proteins and fats takes place here. Small intestine completes the digestion of proteins, carbohydrates, fats and nucleic acids. The chief functions of large intestines are the absorption of water and elimination of solid waste. These are some of the structures and components of the digestive system 1, alimentary canal. Thank you.